Welcome to the TED Ed Podcast, where we delve into the issues that shape our daily lives and drive our productivity. We confront topics that matter deeply to all of us, from healthcare and affirmative action to voting rights and monetary success and failure. We cover it all. And yes, we dive into the complex world of politics, exploring how our country has evolved from slavery to the 21st century. Our content is crafted with care and expertise, drawing from years of experience in these critical areas. We invite you to give the TED Ed Podcast a listen. You won't be disappointed. Share your thoughts with friends and confidants, and don't forget to like, comment, and share our episodes. Your engagement helps us grow and reach more listeners. Are you passionate about these topics? Do you have unique insights to share? You could be one of our guest speakers. Drop us a line, send an email, or leave a comment. All requests will be considered. Join us on this journey of exploration and understanding. This is the TED Ed Podcast. Thank you and enjoy the show.
Hey, we talking about energy around here today, people. That's one of our topics there. Mr. Harvey and stuff, he's still sitting down there busy writing down his little notes or whatever, but we got some, I was just talking and I felt that was an interesting topic and everything that most of you guys should be thinking about and everything about solar energy for your home. And those folks and stuff who don't have solar energy for their homes and stuff, maybe you might be able to talk your apartment owner and stuff into putting solar panels on top of the building and everything, and let him pay for it until it's paid for and everything, because after that, you get utility free. So maybe he'll just give you guys a base amount that he wants everybody in the building to pay. And after so long, if you stay there for 10 years and stuff, you might be getting all your electricity free. You don't have to pay utility bills. So I don't know. It's something to think about here, because renewable energy is free. Sunlight, solar, wind, those things are free. Water, hydroelectric. And most people probably won't know about the hydro part of it, because you have to dig a hole down about 200-300 feet in the ground and run your piping and stuff down there and use the natural flow of water and stuff going through the earth to heat and cool your home. So anyway, those fossil fuels and stuff are killing us. This climate change is killing us. So, hey, something to think about.
Something to think about, but yesterday I was thinking, last night after the show, it's not necessarily that you called me on this, but I had a inner sinking thought, feeling, emotion, whatever you want to call it. And the one thing that a lot of times it is really hard to find what the real truth is in certain things. Even in history, so many things are coming out in what has happened before or during slavery that so many people have did. The free slaves that were here, and then you had slaves, and you had free slaves that were once slaves, bought their slavery, or they earned their slavery. And they invented so many things to enhance this country. And, it's shameful. It's shameful. However, when you try to find the truth about certain things, here's, the truth is a hard thing to find, but there are some strategies that you can use. For example, like critical thinking. You know, if you're doing critical thinking, you challenge your own bases and assumptions. You analyze the evidence, evaluate the credibility and reliability of the sources, consider multiple perspectives, look at the different viewpoints and opinions, and then you look at your reliable resources, you know, academic stuff, journals, reliable news organizations, government reports. These are all the things that I do to try to find the truth. Fact checking, verify information. You know, I used to have an old manager when I used to sell advertising. He used to say, check, double check, triple check. Because when you verify information and you get 2, 3 sources, or even more, then 9 times out of 10, that's probably what's happening. It's probably true. Maybe it is, maybe it's not, but that's one factor. And check original sources and be cautious of confirmation bias, because I can have bias. I mean, we're all biased, you know, to a certain point. Be aware of your own biases, consider alternative perspectives. And then you have expert opinions. You can consult with these people, evaluate credentials, consider persistence, and then my personal experience, open mindedness. So, all of those things, trying to find the truth, doing the research, those all in encompassing of all of those things. And so, when we try to find things, we try to find the truth. And, you know, it might be a little bit off. Who knows? You know, because there's so many nuances. You know, especially history. Ed, you was a major in history in college, bro. I mean,
Mhm.
you know a lot of things about history. So
Yeah, we had to.
yeah. So all of those things, you know, I mean, you probably question a lot of history that you read. Is this true? Is that not true? What's the evidence of that? And then where's the rest of the story? You see what I'm saying? Always trying to be inquisitive and having a critical thinking mind where you try to find the truth out. You know, it's not like you're trying to solve a murder or somebody who robbed a bank or something. You know, this stuff is, you know, there's so many nuances, politics, business, you know, all kind of things going on. So I just wanted to bring that up as far as trying to find the truth in everything that we talk about. At least try to be as accurate as we possibly can. We're not perfect. We make mistakes. We might say something that's might be wrong. Like I remember when I just a couple of days ago I made a mistake and said 2030 and really it was 2099 when they say that Spain's population is going to decrease. So the point is, I don't mind if I make a mistake. I'm gonna try to correct it if I know I made a mistake. And I ain't too um, prideful to not make a mistake because we all make mistakes. So anyway, I just wanted to bring that up.
Okay. Uh, I I was doing some checking while you were talking there, so I didn't hear everything you said. So, Ted, but we just got a report and everything from our president, lame duck president and stuff, that they finally they negotiated a ceasefire with Israel.
Yeah, I
I
read it.
could believe that. I could believe that he would that they would let him do that and everything. I thought that they might wait until the criminal gets in office, but they decided to do it right now. I guess Hezbollah must be banging their heads against the wall. And I hear inklings and drum beats and everything out there from the White House and everything that Joseph Biden says that he's going to try to put Ukraine in the most powerfulest position that he can put him in before he leave office. And the criminal can't stop that either. So I don't know if you guys saw it, but as usual, the my off-brand news and stuff comes from my morning coffee, and 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 my wife in our morning session
Uh-oh.
hit me up with something else that done happened and everything that I didn't know about.
Let me see if I heard about this one. I didn't hear about the last one. I'm still looking for that one.
TD Jakes,
Oh yeah, he had a stroke.
he had a stroke right there on right on the as he was doing his sermon. He had a stroke,
I'm glad I
and
didn't turn him on that Sunday.
she said that she watched it and everything because I guess all of the pranksters or the news hacks and all that and everything pull that stuff away, and they put it all on Chit Chat or wherever they got out there, and all the other social media stuff out there, Facebook and everything, showing exactly the time span and stuff when they knew that he was getting ready to have his stroke, and how it came about, and said, and how he was sweating and started saying a few words, and nobody came up there to do anything about it until he actually just fell. So I don't know. And then now I read in there's a black news thing called Black Star here in Atlanta. They said that they're saying now that he had a heart attack because he was suing one of his pastors. Now, how that how that matches up, I don't know. But you know how us folks is, man. We get out
Yeah,
here.
because his
Uh,
pastor soon it threatened him. He'd want him to pay $6 million. Want TD
well,
Jakes to pay him $6 million. Else he's gonna take it. He's gonna take it to court. Go
mm,
sue him.
well,
So he got
according
a
to
lot of stuff over his head.
yeah, according to the Black News, that's the reason why he had the stroke, because he was worried about that lawsuit. Speculating, I guess. I don't know.
Well, the
Uh,
allegations is more important than the lawsuit. I mean, the allegations is that it's supposed to be some kind of claiming that he tried to hanky panky.
hmm. Well, we shall see then. Have you heard of this guy named Pastor Gino
Oh yeah, I listen to him all the
Jennings?
time.
Pastor Gino Jennings.
I
As
listen to him
I
all the
I
time.
I I I I didn't know about him until as I was talking to my partner here
Oh, he dogs
earlier
TD
before
Jakes
we
all the
went
time.
online, that I spent half my morning and stuff after my coffee time in the bed because I didn't feel very well, and I'm looking at my YouTube, and I saw this man Gino pop up, and they had a picture. YouTube had a picture of the pastor with a woman up at the pulpit, and he was behind her, and his other pastor was in front of her. So I, in my nosiness, me being nosy, I clicked onto it to find out what the hell is going on in this man's church, that he got this woman up there in the pulpit, and they look like they about ready to rape her.
What's he doing? Twerking?
I don't know, because I watched most of the sermon and I didn't see anything like that. But
That wasn't at his church. He was showing somebody else's church.
I don't know. But
No, that wasn't at
it
his church.
showed they showed the picture of it, and I guess they was using that as an advertisement for these
Yeah, that wasn't at his church.
horny simicons to see this
Ed,
and
he don't.
to
Ed,
come on his show.
Ed, this man don't allow women to
I know
even
it.
sit with men,
I know it.
even if you're
And
married to her.
he was talking some crazy stuff, Ted. and the people in the audience were just sitting there looking at the man talking. I said, "You got to be kidding me!" And he talked about women like they were, man, they were just that they were almost as low as the dogs and stuff running around the house. I couldn't believe that he was saying this, and they were sitting there in the audience listening to that mess. Ain't nowhere in the world my wife would have sat up in that church and heard that crap. She'd have been out the door. Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah, he's a little
This
harsh. He's
this
harsh.
man is, and then he's quoting stuff out of the Bible.
Yeah.
That's supposed to. He's got this guy sitting down there. He's sitting down there, and he's telling him, "Okay, we're gonna read this verse." And he sits down and he reads the verse and stuff, and it tells them out of the Bible that God said women's supposed to do this. That they subservient to man. Man is it, and then God. Well, no, man, Jesus, and then God. I listened to it, Ted. The reason why I listened to the whole thing because I wanted to see him in the pulpit. For what? How the heck that he brought this woman up there and where she came from,
That
so
wasn't in his church. That wasn't
they
in
can
his church.
sit there and do that stuff to her, and she allowed it to happen in the pulpit, and he would do that, but it never happened. I kept. After a while, I just fast forward and stuff. I said, "Wait a minute, I can fast forward through this mess because I couldn't stand to listen to it." He was, oh man, I didn't believe what was going on, man. And these black folks, and in parts of one of his sermons, they showed a couple of white people in the audience. I said, man,
He got parishioners all over the world, bro.
and they listened to all that mess. Is that what they doing? Listening to all that? Oh, okay. I didn't know it, man. I
mean,
hadn't saw him before.
I don't throw the bathwater out with. I don't throw the baby out with the bathwater because see, I'm strong enough. My constitution is strong enough. I can hear just about anything. So it doesn't really faze me. I mean, if he's speaking the word, I know it's the word. If he's speaking out of order or to me, that ain't for me. But the point is that he does say a lot of things that are correct. However, he's not
Yeah.
my cup of tea because number one, he's too harsh. And number two, he treats, like you just said earlier, a woman like she's a second class citizen or nobody. So I don't, you know, but that's his training. That's the way he feels as though the Lord has led him, and that's his business. He has to answer the guy for that, and whether it's right or wrong, I have no idea. But that's him. But everybody got their own ministry, bro. And everybody brings something good to the table. That's where I look at it. And the stuff that ain't good, I just throw it out like garbage.
I guess, but man, it was hard to sit there and listen to all that stuff and everything, and to see him interpret things out of the Bible that made it seem like everything he said was that it was printed there in the Bible, and I don't know. It seemed like he was exaggerating it just a little bit, but I don't know.
Well, he likes to be
I
sensational.
yeah. I never wanted to. It never.
But
It would
this
be a church.
man,
It would be a church that I wouldn't be
this
going to.
man,
That's all I'm
this
saying.
man, I'm gonna get off of this, but this man, he will call up a Muslim to come up to the pulpit, and they be battling what he called the truth and what the Muslim called the truth, and then he would battle a Jehovah Witness. He would battle anybody, Catholic, anybody come there. He'll battle him and have a debate. So,
Well, evidently you must like it, Ted, because you know a whole lot about this man.
well, I study all of them. Ed, I study all of them. I don't pick and choose. Because like I just said earlier, everybody brings something to the table. Everybody
Yeah.
brings something. So you take the good, and then you discard what's not for you. That's all. So I don't have a problem with it. He has to answer the guy. That's why I look at it. Everybody's got to answer the guy for what they do and what they say. So anyway,
Okay. Anyway,
did you
that's what
hear
I
what
wanted.
Joe? Did
It
you
was. It
hear?
was. It. I
Did you
saw him and
hear
I
the
didn't know.
first thing this morning? 45 was on his little site, typing his little fingers. I'm going to charge 25% to Mexico tariffs and Canada.
And China was a little bit lower, wasn't it? Like
10%.
15,
10%.
10% for China.
Yeah.
I thought you said 15 for China. But go ahead. I saw it,
No, I'm
and he
just
said,
saying.
and he said we're going to do it on day one.
Day one.
Day one.
Now, here's the thing. We already talked about it. Where's all the major businesses, corporations over in China? It's over in China. American businesses. All kind of autos over there, manufacturing over there. And then when they bring the products over here, who's gonna pay for it, bro? Who's
We,
gonna pay for that extra
the
25%?
people,
We
the
are,
people we gonna pay for it.
because they're gonna
That's
put
all.
that pricing on us.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, whatever
You
you're
buy
gonna
a
do.
washing machine, a major Maytag is over there. You remember when all that hullabaloo that he tried to keep Maytag here and they still went?
Mm-hmm.
And so Maytag
Well,
is over there. So now, you thought you was paying a lot of money for a Maytag washing machine and dryer, buddy. You're gonna be paying a lot more money.
well, like I said, Ted, he's not a very smart person, and it might be a while before I buy anything that come from over there. But I think that there was a reason and stuff why he reduced that price to China. I don't know why he did that, but I was
Oh, I
like
know why.
questioning that. I was questioning myself why he did that with China, gave them a lower one than he did to
I
Mexico
know
and
why. We
Canada.
know why.
He doesn't want a war.
It ain't about a war, bro. It's about selling them grains. The
Well,
farmers upset because they raised it up
he
ten
he
percent.
don't no, he doesn't want a war with them. I don't believe that that's the reason why he doesn't want a trade
Man, these
war with them.
people ain't gonna do no war, man. You do a war,
They don't
bro.
want no
You
trade
talking you
war.
talking annihilation.
A trade war. I ain't saying a military. I'm talking about a trade war.
Well, that too, but he don't want to.
Yeah,
He
I'm
don't
talking
want to
about a
upset the
trade.
farmers neither.
Yeah. Well, I don't know about that. I don't think he care about them farmers. All he want to do and stuff is say that he kept his promise to all them folks. And when he was sitting there talking to all them billionaires and shit, I'm gonna put a tariff on all of them. And I think he just doing that and everything to see if he can get away with it. And if he can get away with it, he gonna increase it. He out there playing games, and I've been hearing through the grapevine and through the drum beats and everything that some of these folks in the media and everything have said he might be misreading the tea leaves. He misreading the tea leaves.
Well,
He think that the tea leaves are telling them that he got a mandate from the people, but they think that he's misreading the tea leaves, and I think he is too. He misreading them tea leaves
well,
because he sit down there
he always
and
misread the tea leaves, bro.
he very arrogant and stuff and think he knows everything. But Ted, I don't know. I don't know. I am not looking forward to seeing Joseph Robinette Biden pack up and leave that place to that son of a gun. I am not looking forward to seeing it
Well,
yet.
like you said, you hear the rumblings, I hear the rumblings too. And the rumblings I'm hearing is that everybody is tightening up. They putting their guardrails up. They setting things up where it make it extremely difficult to get things done, what he wants to get done, and people are putting their guardrails up. Now, a lot of things that he's going to get because he does have the House barely, and he got the Senate.
You ain't got the house yet, brother. You
What
got
you
the
trying
house
to tell me
yet.
they're not finished yet?
They ain't finished. They ain't finished. I just got another email. They ain't finished. They ain't finished yet. They still got some stuff going on, and from what they beat the drum beats and stuff, saying that they might get them other seats and stuff and everything to create a problem for them. They ain't got the house yet.
Well, right now they got 218, I think it is. That's all they need is 218.
Well, according to what I haven't been doing my count, but I'm telling you, I just got a text message and stuff from some of them folks and stuff there in DC and everything saying that there's still some house seats that have not been called. I don't
400
know. I don't know.
435, bro. That's how many people there are
I don't.
in
They
in
said
the
they
House.
said that there are some seats that have not been called. They said they have not been certified, and they're still doing recounts and stuff and everything and stuff for
Well,
them.
I mean,
Still
I'm
some
hoping
seats.
that does happen.
Yep, that's what I'm saying. There's still some seats that have not been taken care of. So we don't know. I don't know. I'm just hearing what they're saying, Ted, because I haven't really went out there and actually did some research to find out where these seats were at and where they initially called for the Republicans, and they just called them early and stuff, thinking that because they were leading and stuff at that time that they had won those seats. I don't know, but according to them, they said no. This still has not been given over to him yet. So, but whether he gets it or whether he doesn't, Ted, I don't believe that those cats that anybody gonna be able to hurt them cats. They ain't never been able to hurt them. they they are not gonna be able to hurt them at all. He can't go. They won't get nothing done in that house at all because he can't. They can't keep hurting them cats. Oh, so we're not gonna. I don't believe Ted that he's gonna get everything that he wants to get done. Now he's gonna create some problems out there. Now as the president, he's gonna create some problems. But I don't believe he's gonna get everything that he wants to get, or even half the things that he wants to get. I don't believe he's gonna do that. It's not gonna happen. Because there's too many of them folks out there looking to fatten their pockets up. And I'm looking at Elon Musk every time I turn around and look at him and that Indian or Pakistani or whatever his name is, Rasa Huda or whatever he is that he done made in charge of government efficiency and everything. It's going to be a problem for them to get things and stuff done there in their government.
Well,
I'm telling you.
that's just a recommendation. They can't do nothing. They ain't got no power.
Well, we understand that, but they can do some harm. But I like I'm saying, Ted, is to there's a whole lot of people that I done saw that we done saw through the years and stuff and everything that were put in charge of efficiency for the government, and it ain't worked. It has not worked. They can't get it. That place is a black hole. It is an absolute black hole. And all them old heads running around there, they know about all the bones and stuff rolling around in them closets. And they got some bones rolling around in them daggone closets. And there's a whole lot of money out there that they have access to. So we're gonna see, but I hate to see the man go. I really do, Ted, because I
According to
hate to.
my according to
I
my
hate.
update, Democrat Party has 213, Republican Party has 219, and two is uncalled and one vacancy. So that's the deal right now. So they have the House.
And
So
what did I
even if
just
they
say?
get those two uncalled, there'll just still be 215.
And what did I just say? You can't herd cats. You can't herd cats.
Don't nobody know what you're talking about.
Okay.
Can't herd cats. What you talking
You
about?
can't. You can't herd. You can't herd cats.
What you talking about, man?
Have you ever
Can't
tried to
herd
herd?
cats.
Have you ever tried to herd a bunch
No,
of cats?
no,
But
no,
they're gonna
no.
scatter.
I
They're
don't
gonna
even be
scatter. They're
around
gonna scatter
cats.
everywhere. And that's where they are. They scatter everywhere. You can't get them into one consensus at all because they always fighting against each other. They always creating a whole bunch of mess, and they not gonna get too much done. They might not even be able to get a budget and stuff through the Congress.
Well, if they mess around with that budget again, bro, that's gonna hurt a lot of people.
Man, they can't. They ain't gonna be able to get a budget through the Congress and stuff and everything with all them cats. Hell, just like we said, Johnson might not even be the speaker.
Who
And
wants the
wait,
job?
it took him 15 votes and stuff to get the other boy, and after that they ran him out.
That was a joke.
Oh man. And they put him back in charge again.
Well, you know what the big hullabaloo is now? Hispanics, bro. That's the big hullabaloo. They have what is the saying? You spiked your nose.
You cut off your nose to spite your face.
There it is. Man, they don't realize what they have done.
Yes, they do.
Why?
They don't care. What did I just tell you? You ain't gonna do that to me. You're not gonna do that to me. You can't do that. You can't do that. And if you went out there and you poll all the ones who said that, they're gonna say the same thing. You ain't gonna do that to me. And they still believe it. He ain't gonna do that to me.
And then you get all these news people talking about, well, he can't do that because it's the law, the law, the law. Talking about he can't use the military, he can't use this, he can't do that, and they are running around here speculating, talking about what he won't do and what he can't do against the law and this and that and blah blah blah. Man, we don't know what's gonna happen. They don't know,
We don't know nothing. We don't know nothing.
especially this guy
Every
running around.
e-
I don't know if you see.
every every day, Ted, it's gonna be this mess going on, that mess going on, and this mess going on, and this mess going on. There's gonna be so much turmoil up there in that White House, it's gonna be a crying shame. Infighting, people who don't want to get this, they're gonna get that. So and so and so, so he doing this, he doing that. I don't want him to do this. I don't want him to do that. And then they got to get these people confirmed in the Senate. And some of them fools and stuff and everything, Ted, they ain't even qualified.
But wait a minute, what's the term they use? It's a term they use where they don't even have to be confirmed.
He can appoint somebody. He can appoint a temporary position and stuff there. He has the power, and any president has the power to make an appointment. They just don't have any power. That's all. as somebody who's been appointed, he can put them in that position and stuff and everything until, but they have to be confirmed and stuff, but they don't have a whole lot of power to really do anything that they appointed. I want to see about who was this Bondi girl and stuff and everything. I haven't heard about her and stuff. She's coming out of Florida, so I know she got to be crazy. Because everybody coming out of your state did something wrong with them. you all you all breed some, you he got some
Got some Looney Tunes here, bro.
yeah, man, he got some Rudy Tooties and stuff coming out of Florida.
Looney Tunes.
It's something in the water. You got something in the water. Oh my goodness.
You got Looney Tunes, bro. You got Looney Tunes, man. You know, we got so many Congress people that are such, I'm just going to say it, assholes. Bunch of them, bro. You know, I don't know where they're coming from. I really don't. I don't know, you know, because Florida is such a state that takes care of itself. It runs by itself, bro. You know, it's based on tourism. It runs by itself. I mean, they got all the mechanisms are there. The foundations are there for it to run by itself.
Mm.
You know, you don't need a governor that's why this dude, he just makes up shit. He just makes up stuff, man. You know, to cause controversy, you know, like the book banding.
Mm-hmm.
You can't say gay. All of
You
that kind of
can't.
stuff.
Oh man.
You got all kind of stuff going on, bro. I mean, unnecessary issues. You know. So I don't know. I mean, it's just so much. He doesn't even take care of the state, you know, properly. You know, if there's a crisis, he's there to try to pretend that he's doing something. And yeah, he might, you know, be there to say, okay, we need to get this done, and blah blah blah. But you know, for the most part, somebody did a report, and they start going back 3 or 4 hurricanes. People still haven't gotten service.
Huh.
So you know the people now that just had Helene. So
Man.
and I ain't heard from him.
Not a peep, huh?
Not a peep. Not nothing on the news. You know, he doing stuff. You know, people reporting certain things, but it's nothing that he's really, you know, really tackling. You know, as far as that goes. But hey, it is what it is. You know, I mean, these people, I don't know what they're thinking, but they're not really trying to make the state better. And then you know and you know the state does have a nice GDP,
Mm-hmm.
nice GDP, big
Well,
population, 20
well,
something million.
wouldn't you say that the senior dollars and stuff that are came into the state along with your tourism and stuff and everything is probably keeping everything
Yeah, well that's
in
the whole
kilter?
thing. When you
Yeah,
got these retirees, man, you got millions and millions of retirees.
right. And they bringing in a regular check every month plus whatever other resources that they have. So they're keeping things going.
Yeah, well that's the whole thing, you know. And then you got tourism going. So you know, and you don't have that many, you know, major corporations here. You know, you do have a few, but
And don't forget about your sports. You got to have them sports and stuff in there.
Oh yeah, you know, you're
Yeah.
talking what, 3 football teams and 2 basketball teams. Then you got a bunch of soccer leagues. So actually, and then you got a lot of semi-pro and that kind
Hmm.
of thing. So sports is another money maker.
Yeah.
Baseball, you got what,
Yeah.
2 or 3 baseball and hockey.
Yeah.
So all of
And
those things bring in
all
revenue.
those things bringing in revenue because people coming out and spending money and teams coming in spending money. So hey, you guys got something going for yourself. You know, you may not have the politicians you need, but I guess you getting the money and stuff down there to keep everything going.
Well, that's what keeps it going. You know, I mean, when you got all of that going, and you know, you got visitors coming in to watch the football games from other states,
Right.
and that's
Yeah.
college too. You know, because you're
Yeah.
talking about Florida State, you're
Florida
talking
State,
about
Florida,
Florida, you're
Miami.
talking about Miami.
Miami's doing real good now for because of that they are. I think Miami is number 7 in the nation and stuff now. So
Yeah,
Florida
and
State not doing very good.
you're talking 60 to 100,000 people per game, bro.
Oh yeah,
So you know, and that's bringing in a lot of people from out of town. And what do? They spend money,
they spending money.
and they come in, and some of them just only watch one. They come to Miami, and they say, "Hey, I might as well go to Disneyland."
Hmm.
They make it a whole thing.
Or they make a weekend out of it. They come down on Thursday and watch the game and stuff on Saturday, and they leave on Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then
So you know,
you can't forget your boats and stuff that are coming in. Those
ooh, come on,
man, them
bro.
boats down there in Miami.
I did a thing on boats, man. They got well over 1 million boats.
They
A, mi-
come
a
through
million
Miami.
boats right here in Florida, bro.
They come through Miami. I mean, these tourist boats. These the ones that bring in the
No,
tourists and stuff on
I'm talking about
the tour.
ownership of boats.
Oh, okay.
People, you know, they come here and they bring their boats with them, and they want to fish and all that kind of stuff, especially during the winter months.
Mm.
And then the owners, you know, they all got to have their tag. You know, when you get a boat, you got to spend so many hundreds of dollars for that. So they, you know, they got their revenue coming in all kinds of ways, bro.
Hmm.
But
Well,
you know, as far as you know, most people here is financial jobs and service jobs. You know, hospitals is really big here too, of course,
oh, your
because you
healthcare,
got all
yeah.
the old people.
All old people in hospitals, yeah. What's Brickell Avenue?
What?
Brickell Avenue.
I'm not familiar with that.
There's a street down there in Miami called Brickell Avenue.
You know, I
Is
only been to
it
Miami
called
one
Brickell?
time, bro.
Is it called Brickell? It's called something. Anyway, that's your state's financial arm. All of your major financial banks and money managers and stuff down there, they have offices and stuff down there on Brickell Avenue.
Mm.
I thought you knew about that since you was a finance man
Nope,
and you
nope,
like Wall Street.
nope. Because Miami is really going down, and it's been going down for quite a few years now.
In what way?
Well, and this is not a racist statement, but you know, it's very segregated. You know, a lot of people can't afford Miami, and you have the rich people that live, you know, right there by the beach and all that. Then
Hmm.
you have the black folks that live across the bridge. You got the Cubans live a certain place, and then you have the Haitians and the you know, the Caribbean people. So you know, it's very divided. It's a clean city. I mean, you know, You know, I mean, there's a lot of population down there in Broward County. You know, my family, a lot of my family used to live down there. I still got some relatives down there, some nieces and nephews, but the bottom line is it's tough down there in Miami, bro. Because, you know, Miami was at one time, and I don't know if it is or not now, but it was a kind of a drug cartel thing going on. A lot of stuff going on back there. So I don't know how it is now. You know, I think they kind of cleaned up a lot of that stuff, but I'm sure it's still out there. But the Cubans then pretty much took it over because they got a Cuban mayor, and the population is pretty high. Because you know why the Cubans, you know, because all you have to do is put your foot on the land, and then you are automatically in like Flint.
Mm. And the country is only 90 miles away.
Yeah. So some of them just get on the boat, and if they're able to escape, make it through.
Yep, they're only 90 miles away.
And that's one thing that your boy Rubio is good at. He helps those Cubans.
Hey, you gotta help those people who are gonna keep you in power.
Well, yeah, that's why he's still a senator,
Mm-hmm.
and pretty
Yep.
soon will be the Secretary of State.
Yeah, you gotta help those people who keeping them in power. Ones who got the votes and everything, you get them Cuban votes plus a few more devout Republicans and stuff in your corner, then heck, you got it made.
Well, you know, here's the thing. You know he gonna run.
Who?
After he make this term, this 4 years with Secretary of State. This is what they want. They want a Latino president.
Oh, they ain't gonna get that. They think the girlfriend didn't win. They ain't getting nothing. No, that's not gonna make it. No white people ain't gonna put no Hispanic in charge of them. he just as toxic as she is. Ain't
He
no way.
white, bro. He white.
He ain't white, and they know it.
Well, that's what they classify Latinos as, Hispanic as white.
They can talk all they want. They talked about your governor and stuff being the president. They ran him out on a ran him out in the donkey's butt and everything. He had to hightail it back to Florida. he had high hopes that he was gonna beat Trump out. They put him on a donkey and rode him back to Florida. So you get on back to Tallahassee. Come out of here.
So he thought he
Don't
was
cross
gonna
that
win.
border.
You know what his big thing was? He thought he was gonna win by dogging black folks. That was his big thing.
Well, that wasn't gonna get him through. They don't want no Hispanic to be no
Sitting up there
president of this country.
bragging that I stopped all the black African American stuff and all that kind of stuff, and the protesters that he always was using the Black Lives Matter mess and all that kind of stuff. People listening to him, they weren't falling for that mess.
Man, he reading them tea leaves wrong too. There, I knew as soon as he left out of the state, there they were gonna run him out. He gonna run it riot. If Rubio think that he's going to be the president, he got another thing coming.
Well,
He done ran before.
He
He done ran before too. And then
they messed up. See, this is where the Latinos messed up. If they would have voted for her,
yep,
the next one might have been a Latino.
Next one might have been a Latino.
That's where they messed up.
They don't think no further than what you said. They cut off their what? Despite they what? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, because there's a lot of hurt black women.
They are not forward thinking. They are not forward thinking.
A lot of hurt black people because they didn't put her in office.
Mm-hmm.
and they didn't vote for her.
Mm-hmm.
Big time.
Big time. And when they found out, it was too late.
And the white women.
They found out too late. When they looked up and they saw him and stuff, that what he was getting ready to do is, oh my God, we done messed up. It's too late, my friend, because a whole bunch of y'all already voted for
Well, I don't know what y'all was listening to. Because it's going to be a
him.
mess now.
Yeah, man, that's it. They brought out J Lo and AOC and all of them out there. Come on, no. It was too late. They had already did it. They had already did it.
Well,
Oh
I got to
man.
give AOC kudos. I got to give her kudos. I mean, she has really grown into a real statesman-like person. It took her a minute, but I think she's really have grown into that job as a statesperson, as a leader now.
I think so too, Ted, but I don't know if her people are going to follow her because she was at the convention also. She gave a speech there at that convention.
Yeah.
Damn good speech. I still got a copy of it. She gave a damn good speech at that convention. Damn good speech. But they're not following her. Only the people and stuff in her district and stuff. That's where her power lies, right there in that district where she come out of. Because the rest of them folks, they're not following her at all. I don't see them following her. Because I've seen her do a whole lot of stuff, man. She's been on these major news outlets and stuff and everything, talking. She even had her own little talk thing that she had going on. But I don't believe those Hispanics is really following her. I don't
Well,
see her as their spokesperson and stuff, or as a sub spokesperson.
and she's Puerto Rican, right?
Huh?
She's Puerto Rican.
Yeah. Yep. She's from Puerto
That
Rico.
might be it.
Could be. Because all Hispanics don't like all Hispanics now. If you're from a certain place, oh, I don't like them. Puerto Rico. The Cubans don't like them. Cubans don't like Mexicans. Mexicans don't like Cubans. And they can't be white. They can try, but they can't be white yet. Final word, brother.
Well, I don't really have a final word. I just think that how are we going to unify this country as far as what needs to be done? Because when you look at the cuts that's going to be happening in SNAP, the cuts that's going to be happening in all of these health programs, the cuts that's going to be happening in the school system, the cuts, who is going to pick up the mantle? Because let's face it, bro. There's a lot of 40 million, 50 million people that's living off of $10, $12 or less an hour.
Mm-hmm.
And we know that $10 and $12 an hour, because, I mean, if you by yourself and you got 2 kids or 3 kids, even if a husband is out there making $12, $13 an hour, and the wife is making $12, $13 an hour, it ain't enough. That's still only $40,000, $45,000 a year. So I'm trying to figure out what's going to happen to these people, these low income people that's got kids. That's my concern. Because, you heard of Reverend Barber, right?
Mm-hmm. Out of North Carolina.
Yeah. His organization, he claimed that he got 40 million people in that category.
Probably more than that.
So that's the question. You got all of these food banks and all of this stuff. I don't know, man. And I don't know. Something is gonna have to give, and I don't know what's gonna give. And I think that what the government is gonna have to do. You know that Asian guy who ran for president.
Yep.
He was saying that He said every person that's making a certain amount of money should get at least $1,000. I think it was $1,000 or $2,000
Mm-hmm.
up front.
Right. Good idea.
Yeah.
A lot of people thought it was just handouts, but it was a good idea.
Yeah.
Anytime that the government puts money into the system, they're going to get at least 50, 60% of that back as far as taxes, sales tax, and all that, federal excise, all of that. You're going to stop, that money is going to come back into your coffer. Plus, you're going to rebuild or you're going to help other folks. And you're going to keep money going back into private industry. And if you don't have a viable middle class, we might well be a third world country.
Well, that's the thing that you said that you wanted to talk about
Mm-hmm.
in detail.
I ain't ready to talk about that yet because I'm still. I told you I'm having a heck of a time to try to keep my head above water. Depression has set in. I'm telling you, man, I'm depressed. That's why I keep telling you, man. If as the days go by and I see Joseph Robinette Biden time getting shorter and shorter and shorter, I just get more and more depressed. But I'm gonna get out of this depression, man. I really gonna
Well,
get
I
out of it.
certainly hope so, bro. Because
Yeah,
let me
I'm
tell you
gonna get
something.
out. Yeah, I'm gonna get
Hey,
out of it.
hey, look, bro. What did you say the other day? We didn't come this far.
Sure didn't.
All right, then.
Now, and faith is only bigger than a mustard seed, and sometimes that mustard seed is so small I can't hardly feel it or taste it or whatever, or swallow it. I don't know.
I'm just saying, bro. The thing is that I am extremely hopeful.
I am too, but I just
I am extremely hopeful because, see, you have 35 million, and I'm just estimating, white, supposed to be Christian nationalists. This is what they call them. They're not really, a lot of them don't classify themselves as that. But the point is, a lot of them is going to have a come to Jesus moment to realize that we have 240 million people and 340 million people in this country. And 60 million of them or more, 70 million or more, need assistance, need help. They need a safety net. And you can't, we're all Americans. We're all Americans, so therefore, you have to help all Americans, not just your next door neighbor or your friend down the street or your little crew. All Americans need to be helped so that they can better this country. The one thing that I don't like, you got these corporations now dropping their DEI programs.
mm-hmm.
They punking out because they know when they look around and they go through and they look at all of their workers, and they got 90% of them are white folks. 90% of those people that's working for them are white folks. They know doggone well they need to hire more minorities. But they're listening to the noise. They're listening on radio, TV, to all of this DEI stuff. Cut this DEI off. This all you know but favoritism to black folks and Latinos and blah, blah, blah. But here's the thing. Who buys their products? Who uses their service? We do. So somewhere down the line, they're going to have to wake up and say, hey, we got to do the right thing. We got to, we sitting up here selling our goods and products to all of these people, but we're not putting them in our businesses. I told you, man, when I used to work for advertising, man, and I walked through the doggone different places, and 95, 96% of the people there, man, white folks. All these major corporations and businesses. And you might see one or two blacks and a couple of Asian people, a couple of Latino people, whatever. I don't get it. They need to open it up. These people, they are scared of competition. They're scared of competition. We have a lot of smart people that are minorities. If they want to grow, if they want to be creative, because right now everything is at a standstill. Now it's stagnated. They're wondering why. The reason why is because they ain't bringing no new ideas up. That's why AI was created. AI, all it's doing is using all kind of information that's already there. But you need creativity now. You need some different people coming to the table. And now they're going to shut all that down. And things is going to be stagnant.
Well, I'm sitting here, Ted, listening to you, and I'm hearing you. I hear you. I hear you, brother. I hear you. I hear you. I hear you. And I go back in my mind to when we were coming up, and we had that old saying, "Just open the door, and I'm gonna get it myself." They done open the door. Now we got to get it. I don't want his job. I want our jobs. If they're not going to give us what we need, then we need to create our own job.
Ooh, hallelujah. Amen for that.
We need to create our own stuff. Quit begging that man for something. I'm tired of begging. Create our own stuff. Create our own stuff. That's my point. I don't know how we're going to do it. But we need to create our own stuff so we can stop depending upon him, going to him and begging him, because that's where our downfall comes. We keep doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. And what does that mean? You're doing the same thing over and over, expecting different results. That is what? Insanity. Get our own stuff. That's what I want. I want to get our own stuff. When we talk about those banks, the largest bank in the world, and we looked at that little bank up there in Massachusetts, I wish I can go up there and slap every last one of them. Where's your heart at? Where's your fight at? Get that bank bigger. You got the resources. Get it bigger. Figure out a way to make it bigger so you can make a footprint out there. They around there wearing house shoes, tiptoeing around. Daddy, you ain't no big hell. Bank of America wasn't no huge bank and stuff. What, 40 years ago? Now they the number one bank in the world because they built themselves up. What's wrong with us? Why can't we build our own banks up?
Well, correction. Bank of America is not the number one bank in the world.
Well, it ain't, but they up there. I bank
But
it there, so that I bank with them. So whatever. We need to make a bigger footprint out here than that.
yeah, right, because we're dealing with hundreds of millions of dollars and they're dealing with
Absolutely.
billions. Billions.
There's money. Get out there, brothers, at the banks around here and make yourself bigger. Start getting out there and doing what girlfriend did when she started buying up them radio stations and all them little black radio stations and got big. She gave it away, but she got big, buying them up. Why can't you do the same thing with these banks? Buy up these little bitty banks. They buy them up. Yeah, all of them buying these banks up. They leveraging their money to buy this other stuff to get bigger for
Well,
your
let me ask
own
you this.
stuff.
I know we're running out of time here.
Yeah, we way out of time. Go ahead.
Well, let's talk about it next time because, see,
Okay.
when you
Okay.
start talking about banking and all that, that's a whole lot to that. And then
Yeah,
it's a
man.
spinoff and everything. So I don't want to get
I,
into that.
I understand. I understand. All I'm saying is stuff we got to stop begging these white folks for their stuff and get our own. We got the money, Ted. It ain't that we don't have the money. We got the money. You got all these ball players making
And
billions of dollars. You
we
got
got the capital, bro.
you
We
got
got
the
the
capital,
capital.
man. We got the capital, so use it.
I'm talking about political capital. I'm talking about financial capital,
That's it,
the
man. We got
social
it. Let's
capital. We got
start
all that.
using it. Let's start using our power and stuff. Yeah, and just because you got knocked down, you ain't gonna win every battle. We ain't gonna win every battle. But hey, you get out there. I'm giving girlfriend the credit. She got out there. She got slapped down, but she ain't out. Don't run away. You can get back out there. Just like you
I'm
just
gonna say
said.
this.
She can start tomorrow. She can start. Hey, I'm getting back out there. I ain't letting this stuff get me down. I'm getting back out there. I ain't gonna let you guys tell me that I ain't worth it to be in that White House. I'm gonna get back out here on this street and everything, and I'm gonna keep on going. She got the money. And ain't that she ain't broke, sitting around there buying money to keep her campaign going. She got some money. And there's a whole lot of people out there, Ted, that's still willing to fund her. A whole lot of women out there still need her who want to fight and say, hey, we ain't giving up. I'm sorry. I'm get off. Let me get off this off this bully pulpit. Hey, people, this is Thanksgiving weekend, so we're going to have a short week here, people. So don't expect to see us and stuff on Thursday. Mr. Harvey said he got to go with his family on Friday and Saturday, so you might not see us until after tomorrow. You might not see us for a while, but we still looking out for you folks. We got to keep on going here. We got to keep on going. Thank you for watching us. Bye.